finish. Do it again. He's coming at Rainbow Bridge. He's a board leader and he will do it again.
It's wonderful to have Candice Bass-Robinson on our show today, and she's got a few runners at Hollywood Bets Greyville, and the first runner comes up in the 7th race, which is the Lonsdale Cup, a Group 3 event. They're going to race over 2,400 metres, but before we touch on Mercuriana, let us welcome Candice to the show. Candice, good morning, welcome, and how are you?
Hi, Warren. I'm very well, thanks.
Good, lovely to have you on the show. Thank you for your time. Let's talk about the runners. First question is, did they all travel up to KwaZulu-Natal well, and how long have they been here for?
Yeah, they travelled up very well. So they arrived last week, Friday, or Thursday, travelled up very well. They all have been eating up well, and they're pretty fresh and doing well at home. But, you know, for a couple of them, they obviously had a run that same week and travelled up and, having to run again next week, which is, not ideal, but so far they seem to have handled it pretty well. Okay,
well, let's kick off with the Lonsdale Stirrup Cup, the Group 3 over 2,400 metres. Marineresco's half-brother, Mercuriana. What run are you expecting from him?
He's improved nicely as an older horse now. He certainly gets the staying trips very well. He's stepping up a little bit in class this time around. He hasn't taken on a huge amount in Cape Town, but his last win was a pretty good win. It was a small field, but he's got a great turn of foot, and I think that's is going to help him at Greyville, I think. He's going to need to have that. He's a horse that doesn't always get into the race early on, the early part of the race, so I'm not quite sure what to expect from him first time out at Greyville. It all just depends, because if he's struggling to get into the race, he's going to have to be coming from a fair way back. But he's doing well, and I would think he would probably need another run back before he's at his peak.
Okay, lovely comments. Thank you. And then let's move on to the 8th race, which is the headline, the World Sports Betting 1900. It's a Group 2 event. They're going to race over 1,900 metres. And here you've got 2 strings to your bow, Majestic Mozart and More Magic. Although Majestic Mozart hasn't won for some time, he certainly is a horse that's got ability, and one gets the feeling that he can do a lot better.
Yeah, he's a very nice horse, Warren, but also not, he's probably just off those top horses at level weight terms. He's more of a handicapper sort. I think he probably will be at his best this year. It's taken time to mature. And not always had the best of luck. In the next he was also didn't get much luck, and ended up finishing. He actually ran on quite nicely, but from a long way back, which didn't really help his cause. He unfortunately had a little bit of a virus prior to his prep run in Cape Town, so it was touch and go as to whether or not I was going to run him. But I was running out of time, so I ran him anyway. And it was a good run from him despite all of that. Plus, the only thing is that he had to travel up in the same week, but he seems to have taken it all pretty well.
Okay.
And he put up some good work in the week at the track at home. And, he's drawn quite nicely. I think he enjoys this sort of trip. And if all of these factors haven't really affected him much, then I think he should run quite well on Saturday.
Okay, that's...
the other horse, More Magic. Also, on his day, he's got a lot of ability. He's also got a lovely turn of foot. Also just had a prep run the other day and ended up racing wide at Kenilworth. So, couldn't read much into that run. I think you can probably put a line through it. But it's also a bit of a step up for him here, class-wise, and also first run at Greyville around the right-hand turn. I'm a little bit unsure as to what I can expect from him.
Okay, and then your last runner at Hollywood Bets Greyville comes up in the 10th race, and an interesting runner, a son of Dynasty out of a Jetmaster mare, a horse called Sovereign Spirit, solid form in the Cape, and that last run was particularly eye-catching.
Yeah, it was a very eye-catching run, that last one. He was drawn wide and he came from a long way back. I think had he been drawn better that day, I think he would have given the winner a run for his money. He's a very nice horse. He's also started just to come into his own now. I'm also stuck time-wise with him. So, I needed to get him going. He had a little setback here in the Cape during lockdown. But I've managed to get him going again now. So I've just thrown him in to have a race, really. 1,200 is definitely on the sharp side for him. He's the kind of horse that That would be a lovely horse for July if, I can get him to get qualified. He hasn't got the highest of merit ratings at the moment, but he's the type of horse that he's the right kind of horse for that type of race. He's only improving all the time, and I was just hoping that we could somehow get him qualified and I could maybe try and have a crack at the July with him because I think he's that type of horse.
Okay.
But the 1200 on Saturday, I think he's going to be on the sharp side for him. So just a good hard gallop, I would think.
Okay, lovely feedback to have from you. Well, thanks for that, and I'm sure the viewers will take all those comments into consideration. And let's hope that we are able to see you here in KwaZulu-Natal soon.
Yes, no, definitely. It's nice to finally be up there and get going with these runners. Got Clouds Unfold running next week, so I look forward to all of them starting and just hope they go well.
Wonderful, Candice. Lovely chatting, and thanks for your transparency. All the best to you and the entire family.